Everybody, do. All right, welcome to the weekly live stream. Tonight we'll be trying to bring that little bird to life that we created last week. I've been looking forward to this all week, so let's not waste too much time getting started. Let's thank the patrons. Teamwork makes the dream work. Thanks a lot, guys. It does help me when I'm struggling with inventory management user interfaces and stuff to know that there's some guys out there pulling for me, some folks out there pulling for me. So thanks a lot. And without further ado, welcome to the live stream. Hey, look at me. So now's the time where the nose will start to itch. First sip of caffeinated beverage. Not much has happened since last week. I did post a little bit about it online. I've been playing with rewriting the inventory management, and so I have like these, so here's one issue, right? We can see from back here, this is like one of the chests, like I call it a video game chest, right? Because that's like the standard video game size chest, even though that's huge, compared to this big table. That's our backpack that we wear on our back. That's the sword that we carry, and you can already see that sword does not fit in that backpack, although, I tweaked the numbers so that we can put it in there, because I use sort of an algorithm to turn 3D space into 2D inventory. Well, it turns out, when that backpack is on screen and it's that little, area there, and I make the sword fit, that's done with math. It uses the volume to calculate a 2D area and so on and so forth. But when we do that for the chest, it turns out, so this is sort of the view to show you. If you do that with the chest, it turns out like really huge. I had to scale everything down, so that's like your normal inventory. And you can see that, that's like our normal inventory. And this is the size of the chest in comparison. I had to shrink everything down so that it would fit on the screen. So that's problematic. I'm going to have to work that out. So I think what's going to happen is that containers that are this large are going to like be broken into multiple tabs where you'll have like the top layer, the middle layer, the bottom layer. And so you can then sort through your stuff so that the user interface is reasonable. I'm also tempted to change the orientation of things because actually you would get a little bit more space if I recalculated this based on, a vertical backpack instead of trying to make everything looking down the opening. Though I really do like the looking down the opening thing. I think it's neat. So I may keep it, but technically we get a little more, usable space because we get a different aspect ratio if I do it from the side cutaway instead. Like this, we'd get like more space just to play around with, even though it's technically the same amount of inventory. Here's like sort of the big version, right? And then I just took a lot of screenshots as I was relearning how everything worked. So I've got like the application itself has got this prototype mode now that I can kick on, which lets me run scripts to start it up and clear, the existing stuff. And so I can really quickly test, how it's calculated, how they're laid out. And so like I got this and I have like a live script I can use, to update and test things. Like if I wanted to see, like what that looks like calculating the space a different way, like, I can see how they compare and I can just mess around with it. So it really helps with rapid development to not have to boot the game every time just to test the inventory. But this is not what we're here for tonight. That's what I'm working on when I'm not working on this stuff, which is oh wait, that's not what I want. I want this thing. Although I'm not going to be able to see it with Blender up. But anyway. So tonight we're working on the bird, and I've been looking forward to this all week. I purposely did not touch it because it would have been really easy to work on the bird because it's more fun than what I've got going on. So here's the bird we created last week. Tonight we're going to UV map it and paint it real quickly in like the last 15 minutes before the live stream. I went online and tried to find a bunch of CC0 pictures of birds feathers, because I'm looking to use this as like a paint to paint the thing. So when we get to that point, I'll come in here and I'll basically use all these layers to create one or more textures to use for painting. And I'll show you how I do that. It's like I did for my sorry, I can't think and talk at the same time. Source, main, Blender, animals, birds. Let's call it feather paint one. Actually, I should call this. Oh, I already called it feathers. Anyway, thanks. It's nice to hear. So anyway, when we get back to this, I'll like slice these out and blow them up and stuff so that I get like nice feather textures to use to paint this guy. But we have to UV unwrap him first, and so that's what we'll do. Okay, so UV unwrapping. We'll go to the UV editing mode. Okay, and I think I'm going to do the same trick I did with the butterflies and give myself more texture space by making him symmetrical. So, yeah. How did I do that before? Did I just make them all and flip them, or did I think I sliced it down the middle. So we'll make a seam there. So if you make seams, where are my... Sometimes I have to relearn how to do everything. Oh yeah, there's mark seam. In the edge menu, yeah, I don't remember. Anyway. Yeah, alright. So, anyway. And then I think... So the face and head... I might have been talking about something back there and then got interrupted. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and... I think that's just there. And do this. Did that go all the way around? No. Okay, so we'll mark a seam there. And... By the way, I'm doing like Alt-click to select one of my edge loops here. And we want to continue all the way around. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I don't think I've set up any different. I don't think I mean, you guys can tell if better than I can if my microphone's in a different place than last week, but oh, so I need to be in edge mode. Anyway, okay, so we've got all of those selected, but I actually think I want to change this. Oh, maybe that's okay. Alright, so edge, mark seam. Okay. I'm thinking maybe I want the wings separate from the body. Maybe. I mean, if it all goes wrong, it's easy to back out. I think I want to hide the armature for now. Plus it's in the wrong thing anyway. It's actually interesting that the armature didn't end up under the... Or vice versa. Oh, it is. Okay, cool. Okay. I think I like that. I do think that... Okay, let's mark a seam there, and just I'm thinking this is going to be a really long texture. I might want to move the tail feathers also into their own thing. I'm not sure I've been marking both sides. I have not. That is awesome. So I need to fix some things. Yeah, I guess marking isn't automatically done to both sides. Okay, so we've got the tail separate. Oh, I definitely want to separate out the legs. Oops. Okay. I know this is kind of tedious, but this is important. Your whole UV mapping can go well or go poorly depending on how you mark these seams. And of course I've got to do the whole other side because that did not happen. Let's just go ahead and mark those. And down here, down there. All right. Okay, we've got, oh, we got another here. Mark seam. And I'm missing the ones, whoops. Probably, I'm thinking I want the head fully separate. Oh, and there's the other missing seams. Mark seam. Okay, everything should be symmetrical. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, forgot this. Apparently. Thought I'd actually gotten that already. And there. Okay, wings are all done, wings are all done, wings are all done. Alright, so select everything. UV. Unwrap. And it's going to be all kinds of, ugh. What the heck? Well, for one thing, I didn't finish marking all the seams. I need to do better at the legs. Doink, doink, doink. I figured There's got to be a better way to do the what I'm going to do is make both halves the same, and there's got to be a better way to do that than what I'm doing here. I just don't know what it is. Okay. And I think we'll continue this around here. And on the other side too. Mark seam. And can I do the whole way around the foot? Okay, one more little guy right there. Mark seam, and there's one missing one right here. Good times, good times. Okay, we got another missing one on this side. And now. Alright, mark seam. Alrighty. Legs are separate. Top, body, middle, whatever. 6 is separate. There's gotta be one missing though. We got like that really strange long thing, but that could have been from the legs, I suppose. Let us see. Yeah, what's this guy? How do we figure out? I forget. That's one thing I've never figured out a good way to do. Figure out which vertex this is on the model. Let's go to face mode for one thing. Maybe we'll get lucky. And so like sometimes what I'll do is, you know, paint in. Something's wrong here. Like there's a missed edge marked seam somewhere. Because otherwise everything is relatively well laid out. Yeah, there's just got to be a better way to do what I'm trying to do. Yeah, like there's this mirror. X-axis based on a mirrored mesh. Oh. 6 duplicate. Mirror may be incomplete. Okay. But probably something like that. But something's wrong. Wait. I see. We're missing some. Yeah, here we go. Whoops, edge, mark seam. Yeah, don't mark sharp. You don't want to do that. Although these probably back here should probably be sharp. And those should probably be sharp. In fact, I'm going to do that. UV. Oops, edge. Mark sharp. Yeah. It's just a good idea. Okay, so let's try this again. UV. Unwrap. Nope. Still got one. Would it let me mirror? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, we're missing something. And really what I want to do is probably just select half of it when I do it anyway, but I'm trying to figure out where I screwed up. Either that. Oh, you know the other thing we didn't do is we didn't create the little top knot. So let's really quickly go back to layout. Where's our bird? The side. There he is. But we also have bird in flight side. Right. There we go. That's what I want to see. Alright, so let's edit him. I think we want to extrude up. Okay, is it going to let me do this without pain? I think that's what I want to do, and just do this. Nope. Gotta do them both. Alright, so we'll do this from the front. Extrude up. Just on Z. And we'll scale. I mean, that's not too bad, actually. But probably we want it to be... You know what? I'm going to grab a little more. Yeah. Alright. Extrude on the Z-axis, and we'll scale it down. We'll see what it looks like from the side. Yeah, see, that's not too bad. Rotate it like this a little bit. Take it down. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. I don't hate it. I may... See, these should be linked. Yeah. And let's do vertex mode. Yeah. That'll work. I mean, we're going to paint feathers on, so probably it's not even long enough. And yeah, because I gotta like picture rotated, right? So that's why I'm tipping my head to the side, because I gotta picture the bird in its proper pose. And then probably we're gonna need to redo the parent-child thing for the rig, and I might want to give a bone to that, but we'll deal with that after the UV stuff. So save. UV editing. Oh yeah, I can turn these off now. Alright, so we've got the little top knot now, and I definitely need the top knot to be separate. Because it's going to be its own thing. Alright. UV. Oh, nope, nope. Edge. Mark seam. Okay. Alright, let's see what happens if I go to X-ray mode and select just this half. Okay, that's interesting. So what if I select the other half? Okay, so I get that in both. Let me just see something. Okay, that's what I expected to happen. Alright, we're going to need to... I'm going to do this side because that's just the side I'm used to. So let's try UV unwrap. Okay, that's better. We've got a weird... or maybe I fixed it. Okay. So this is not bad. And then what if I do this and say UV mirror? Copy mirrored UV. Precision to just do this. So I don't know if I actually did what I want to do. And we won't know until we start painting things. So let's turn off X-ray mode and let's say new image, base feathers. Yeah, that's good for now. Color black. Okay. And then in our material, our base color, base color image, and we want base feathers. And we want to see what the color looks like. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, it has color everywhere. And when I do that, oh, that's because these, okay. Poop. So let's simplify UV unwrap now. Yeah, see, there's still this big guy over here. So what happens if I take him, move him over here somewhere. Let's go over to texture paint for a second and just paint this white. Where does it appear on here? What usually turns out to have happened when I have this problem is that there turns out to be something inside the model, but I'm not seeing it. So what happens if I delete that UV? Now see, I can't. See if I go over here and I paint all this white, I mean, he'll be white. If I turn this, you know, red, we won't see red anywhere because I don't know where that is. I bet I know, actually. I bet there's a double set of edges. Let's go back to layout for a second. Edit. So all of these cases where I wanted the edges to okay, so we want those to all for sure be what is collapse? No. What I want to do is remove duplicates. Mesh. Vertex. Which one's the one? What's it? Merge. No. Merge. by distance. Nope, removed 0. So these, no, that's not what's happening then. I thought for sure there was basically a second set of edges here. Nope, that's all good. In fact, I may have just messed something up. No, I guess we had put those flat before. This is very frustrating. Does anyone know how to, from a UV editing thing, if I have this guy selected, how do I find out where he is on the mesh? Is there some... split? No, that would split it out. How do I select... I want to find that on there. I might have to go to the interwebs. Because whatever vertices, vertexes are causing this, I mean, AI is okay. You get plausible nonsense occasionally, which I almost find worse than just a wrong answer. Oh, wait. Edge. I did mark seam there. There's a missing seam here. Oops. Edge, mark seam. I think. No. Apparently it's there, it's just hidden. Alright, let's go to the interwebs. Blender. Find mesh vertex for UV. Find vertex through UV layout. Is there a way to tell what the UV coordinates of vertex are? I want to go the other way around. Get selected UV vertex coordinates. Yeah, that sounds like what I want to do. I did UV I did a select. So this is all like blah blah blah. I don't want to do Python. I want to do it through the UI. Man, the ads are. Got it. Find versus UI. I have a goodness question. That's exactly what I want to do. Syncing the UV layout and the 3D view. Okay, so in the UV image editor, in the menu header to the right of the thumbtack, and pivot point icon buttons is one for syncing the UV layout. I think I've seen this before. Right of the thumbtack. I don't see it. Maybe. So the other thing is sometimes you get old information. Oh wait, I'm in UV editing. I should have all the, okay, so all these guys selected. All these guys selected. Maybe I get more options? No. What's this? Extending. Nope. Yeah, there it is. To the left. Ah. Okay, so now what we do is we take that and we go G. Aha! Aha! Why are you doing that though? Is it that these are really multiple points? Yep. That's what it is. Okay, so. Aha. So. Oh, it's over here. It's the tip of the beak. Mesh. Merge. At center. Oh no. Oh, because I was selecting edges. There we go. Alright. Mesh. Merge at center. This has got to be hilarious to people who use Blender all the time. I can't help but think that this is hilarious. Alright. So now if we do UV unwrap, oh, we still got one. Alright. If we go face select here, we go G. Okay, so somehow this is still messed up. Okay, so what if I select a point here? G. See, we still got more than one. Let's G. 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 Yeah, see, we've got a why? Okay, let's turn on X-ray mode so that we get for sure all of those vertices. Okay, so go turn off X-ray mode and we should be able to see we've got that edge, that edge, that edge, that edge, that edge. We've got all the edges. Now, vertex. Is there a better? Nope. Gotta do it the merge way. Merge. At center. Doink. It doesn't say. Aha! We did something. Okay, so let's do this. UV unwrap. There we go. Jeez. Alright, save. Alright, and so mostly so while we were asking the internet questions, Blender use same UVs for both sides of mesh. Many people have their frontage, they're one half of the model or have multiple parts of model shapes, blah, 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 blah. So mark seams in edit mode and UV map is shown above. Move UV on top of the other image. Yeah. 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 So that's, for one thing, this is old. That's easy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. See, these are pretty close already. But like doing this manually is so tedious. And apparently I've screwed something up. Oh no, that's this one. And some of these they put, first of all, is there a way I can just clear image? Apparently not through that. Okay, so let's go to texture paint. Let's go to black. And, oops. Oh, does it let me? No, it doesn't. Don't know why I have a background if I can't use it. So maybe this is too tedious for a live stream, but I do really want to only have to do one half of this, and it's just frustrating. So let's play with it a little bit. Can I just UV mirror copy? No. So that, I see what that did now. Copy mirrored UV coordinates. So it basically, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? By the way, this is way cool to be able to snap the selection. I wish I had figured that out a long time ago. So we've got the island selected, and then the easiest way that I know of is then to flip it. Scale Y -1. Oops, apparently I've got more than one thing selected. Yeah, so yeah, see, that's not what I want. Maybe I now have to turn off the sync. Yeah. Okay. They weren't talking about over here, were they? Nope, I don't see anything of the sort. Alright. Yeah, so we want to see all other things, and then we want to select just, oops, I see. Just that. Which side is it? So that's the thing, is I'm going to want to, first of all, we want to save it. Save image. And then we want to make another image grid. And that's fine. We don't want it to be blank. We want it to be the UV grid. what this will let me do is, oops, it'll let me, hello, there we go. That's what I want. This will let me see when I move something which side I'm dealing with. Okay, so I'm actually dealing with the bottom of this wing. Okay, so I want to scale y minus 1. Yes. And then I want to move that over the other one. Like exactly over. Unfortunately, those have lined up. And now I think if I grab them, I get both of them. Yep, okay, cool. And that should be both bottoms, right? Yep, cool. All right. And then, okay, let's do this one. What are we dealing with here? Ah, the body. Okay, so we scale y minus 1, boink. G, we move right over. We line them up like so. Close enough. And now if I select them both, right, I get, oops. Do I get both of them? Nope. There we go. So I have to make sure I super careful with that. Okay. Only problem with the grid is it's hard to see these guys now. Okay. So I think it's interesting that the wings. Alright. What is... Okay, so that's one wing. Okay. And these two... Okay. L. I think these will be the top of the wings. G. Yep. But it's interesting. And so what is this one? L. Should be the top of the other wing. But it's interesting that these are already... Oh no, I guess it... I'm just looking at the rotation wrong. So this one is that one. So we want to map that one to the other. And in this case, we want to both rotate 180. And then we want to scale x minus 1. And then we want to G. Get it exact. Okay. Yeah, so see if I did like this, I have to select again. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have to merge those vertexes somehow. Okay, what do we got here? This is that side of the tail. And this is probably the other side. Nope, it's probably the bottom. Okay, so, oh yeah, I see now. This is the other one. So if we got both of them, yeah, okay, so this, that's this side, okay, that's our pattern so far. So we want to rotate 90, minus 90, and then we want to scale x minus 1. Oops. G. O. Ruh-roh. They don't so much line up. Let me make sure this is really the same thing. Yep, they are. Okay, so let's see if I can make them line up a little bit better. Ah, okay, yeah, this wasn't a pure rotation. Alright. And then we've got them both. Let's move them out of the way. Oh, so much fun, eh, guys? Okay, so let's try this one. Scale y minus 1. Oh wait, which side am I working on? I'm working on the wrong side. So this guy's now upside down. Oops. So let's go back and do this one instead. L. Scale y minus 1. Boink. Joink, 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 joink. The game I'm playing is actually nicely done for what it is. Oh, is that what was it again? My brain turns to tapioca while I'm on a live stream, so I can't remember. Alright, so these are the feet. I recognize them. So which foot is this? G. Oh, good, that's the correct foot. So we want to, let's do scale x minus 1. Okay. And we want to, I'm going to move the other foot to that one. Oh, that's not good. Shoot. We messed up. And by we, I mean me. Yeah, and I can't just UV unwrap one of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So these edges right here should have been split. So there's a missing seam, and I'm going to go ahead and mark it. Yeah. So there we've got a seam all the way around the back and down the side. And here we're missing a seam right there. Oops. Right there and right there. Edge, mark, seam. Creature Saver game. It is called Creatures of Ava. Good mechanics so far and decent design. I don't know if I've heard of a Creature Saver game either. Oh, like, so it's more like a kind of like a Pokemon kind of like the Pokemans. Oh, I did this wrong. That's why. Okay, so how do I unmark a seam? Oh, I go like this, Control Z, and I do like this, and I mark seam. So I only missed one. So there's one edge to break, according to this. And can I select enough that they show up on the... Yeah, right there. Okay, so let's do this and this and this. Okay. Oh! Neat! Yeah, I want to have music in Mythruna. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it yet. But being a musician... Okay, so how do I split... selection. So did I split them? No. Shoot. Okay, so let's undo the split. And now that I have the edge selected that I want, let's do this. And what we'll do, since I know it's that edge, right? Because this one's got a little quad in there. Yeah, okay. Yep, it's that edge right there. So what I will do is I will select all of these guys and these guys and this face and this, I will say split selection. And now is it split? It is! Yay! So we gotta do that. It's a separate island. Yes. Okay, so we move this over here. And it may have gotten distorted, so these might not line up real well. It's almost guaranteed. Yeah. That is unfortunate. Well, what I could do can I select the islands over here? Nope. I mean, the whole thing's an island, that's why. What I could do, maybe... plus, 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 plus. Did that do exactly what I wanted it to? It did. But why do I not have what I thought was the back of the... Oh, yeah, I have, okay. It's just not selected over here. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to say, just UV unwrap these guys. Unwrap. And they're going to be ginormous, but that's okay. Because what we'll do is, okay, so that's the one we want to keep. And this, we want to rotate 90. Oh, no, 180. Yep, and then we want to scale x minus 1. Then we want to G over there. Whoa. G there. See, there's got to be a way to automatically do this, right? Because this is so tedious. Okay. So these are the bottoms of the feet. They should be L. So that's the one we want to keep. And this one, so we probably want to scale y minus 1. And then G to get them to line up. Okay, so if I select both of those and move them, I get both moving in opposite directions, which is what we want, because they're supposed to be mirrored. And actually, yeah, they do. They need to be mirrored. Okay. And so then we will also select this, and then we'll select all of these over here, and then we will scale these down to something reasonable. And then we will move them like so. All right. And actually, those are still a little unreasonable scale, since it's just the feet. Alright, well, I mean, eventually what I'll do is I'll like make sure that all of these have basically the same sets of squares. Alright, so top of the back, I think maybe is this one. L, G, yep. Okay, but we want the other one, wherever it is, this one over here. A-A-L. G. Yep. Okay. That's the real one. So move him up here. And we're going to grab this one. And we're going to scale y minus 1. We're going to move him over here. So, what was I going to suggest? I thought I was going to recommend something. Oh well. Okay, so these were the tails on top, right? Yep. And what is this? Okay, so these are probably the tails on the bottom. So I'm going to guess which one's the real one. G, not that one. Okay, good. R90 minus, no. 90, scale x minus 1. G, A, A, L, G, R, R. All right. So those should now be linked. And I think there's some way to merge them as well. But you see, we're clearing up lots of space in our, all right, we've got a problem because I don't know what this is. Did we already? Oh, that's the body. Okay, so we already did that. This is that top knot thingy. So we're good there. Yep. And then what are you? Whoops. L. I think I already did this. Yeah, okay, so that's the face. Okay. Did we do everything? I think we did everything. Okay, so now we can start to plan out how we want this to look for real. And what I might do... So is there any place on here where the squares are a lot bigger than anywhere else? I don't think so. I think everything is pretty well evened out. So the sizes are good relative to one another. And so what we will do is pack them near each other. Like, it's helpful if the feet, which are going to tend to be a different color than the entire rest of the bird, it's helpful if they are near, in fact, the feet may be taking up too much real estate. Like, I'm just looking at this. That's about a finger's width, but we've got more than a finger's width up here. So let me fix that. So we'll select this. And so what we want is like a bigger square here. We don't need that much detail. And so we'll shrink this guy down. That's about right. So we see like these guys are about the same. Basically, unless you really want a lot of detail in a particular area, you want to try to give, equal footing to all of your model. This guy, the top knot, has a little bit more texture real estate maybe. I'm kind of okay with that. Actually, it's not looking too different. Okay, so everybody's good. And so now we start to think about how we want to lay things out. And I believe I want the wings to kind of be near each other, and I want the body to be, well, wings in the sense that one side near the other side so that I can keep them straight. And I want them to be horizontal, like, because it's easier to think of the feathers going down kind of thing. Oh, I've got face select. That's perfect. Okay, so are these the tops? They are. Okay. So we're gonna Okay, so what is that? That is Okay, so this is the front of the wing. And so what I will do is I rotate it minus 90. Yeah. So then, like, I'm thinking, so this is the top of the wing. So if you're thinking of painting the bird, like this, that's the top of the wing. And I will maybe even end up rotating that so that it's more like in the picture, right? But let's see what else we've got to pack in. So let me move these guys just out of the way, period. Just send them over here for a minute. And so then I'll grab you, and I'll rotate you a little bit so that like that. And I'll put you up here. Okay. And so this is the bottom. Oops. Let's see, how do I want the bottom? I want the bottom. Oop. Boy, hey camera. Having fun with me yet? Okay. Alright, so let's R90 this guy minus, no, I think it was probably plus is probably fine. Let's see, G up and down. Move it up. I think it's upside down. I always get this sort of backwards, right? If I move it this way, yeah, I think it's upside down. But maybe that's okay, because we want... one thing I can do real quick is just paint like that. So that's the bottom. That's the bottom. Yeah. Okay. And so then we will undo that. Okay. And again, we want these guys to be more like that, if possible. And so we want those guys to pretty closely line up. If they overlap, it's actually not a problem because these are the same edge, I think. That's ironically, that's the trailing edge, right? So and I don't want it to be too close just because at some point I'm probably going to merge all these. I'm going to have to merge at vertex kind of thing. Okay, so I like that. And so we will make this the basis of everything. We'll pack it all in as tightly as possible. I want to put the bodies over here if I can, so let's move this guy over here for now, just to get him out of the way. Man, I'm sorry I wasted so much time doing all this, but it's important. Okay, so this is the bottom. So we want that to be here, and again I'm going to go over here and cheat. I'm going to paint a little thing right here and C because maybe this is not rotated the way I think, which is what it's looking like. Yeah, see, we haven't, yeah, we painted the center of the body. So this is actually the ridge line of the body. So we will, whoops. Yeah, so I undid too many things. So we will rotate 180, and then we will G up here, because I think that's where they meet. And then there was the other part of the body. I think this is the top. G, yes. And it's G. Things are stretching. So this is the center line, right? I always get confused, right? So, okay, so this is the center line. So we want to rotate 180 again. And then, yeah, moving up and the things move down, that's right. Okay, so we'll put this right around here. It's just if you're gonna do spillover, it's good if they kind of spill over. So this is the part I've never done with models. Yeah, I mean, I obsess over my UVs a little, maybe too much. Because, so, like with the people models, you know, I did fade the female human first, and I spent probably longer UV mapping that model than I did modeling it. Well, for sure I did. Because all of the clothing had to use these UVs. And so it's like very specific grid that I was working against. And this is not completely untrue for these guys either, because all of the animals will eventually be skinnable. And I envision skinning working very much like the layering in the clothes, only there'll be, you know, multiple shells, which eventually the clothes will have as well. And so it's kind of important that the UVs be like a certain, they should have a certain logic to them. It'll make my job easier later, basically. Okay, so where's the head? I think I'm going to need to move the legs now just to get them out of the way. G. And then this is the head. Right? Yeah. And why does it have that little... Okay, so this is the top of the head, and it went and disconnected them. I can actually fix that. So, if I go here, oops, we want to... Let's just say this, and can I just merge them together? Is it M? M at center. Yep. M at center. Yeah. M at center. And probably M at center. So I think... Now, have I made these both an island together? I did. Awesome. Just by merging those, because they merged them all together. So I could technically do that with all of those. If there's a merge by distance, I don't actually know. I would think there is. Merge by distance, yeah. So if I do this, Merge by distance. Oh no. That was too close. Alright, so I'll fix that later. I don't want to get into messing things up right now. Alright, so I want the head to be near where it goes. And this is the top of the head for sure. I'm going to guess this is the beak. The other thing you can do is in vertex mode, you can grab this guy and you can go, yep, that's the beak. So he needs to be rotated 180 degrees. And actually, did I get him wrong? So let's flip him over. I think that I've got these backwards because the seam should be on the other side. So let's scale x minus 1. So now if I go right, it should go left. Nope, it was right before. No, that doesn't make any sense. Let's just confirm. G. Okay, no, I've done something wrong. I thought this was the top of the head. It is. And this is the beak. The pointy beak. This is the duck. He has a pointy beak. Okay, so this is the center line down here. This is... Oh, I see. This is the center line? Or wait. I see both. This is the center line and this is the center line. Yeah. Because the way we unwrapped it. So it's got a center line up here, and yeah. But we want... So if I move it up, the texture should move down. Okay, so we were clearly in the wrong rotation. So we want to rotate 90. Yes. We want to scale x minus 1. Yes. Okay, so now if I move it down, the texture should move up. Yep. Okay. And I think I probably want to rotate it. Maybe like that. Yeah, because like I see if I get them to kind of line up, right? It's better for me in the long run, but I want to put it over here. All right, so can we get it to line up without doing too much damage to... do like this. Ta-da! I should probably do similar with the body. So if I merge at center, then if I grab this, I should be able to grab both of them. Yeah, nice. Okay, so what we want to do is from above, actually is it control? Oh no. Yeah. I want to be able to look at it this way. Alright, so we're pretty straight on. That's not bad. I'll probably monkey with UVs later if I want to really get them to line up, but that's not bad. So let's look at it from the bottom and do this guy, and actually I'll merge a couple of these too. Oops, merge at center. L. Yeah, so much better. Okay, so he's already pretty much lined up. Size-wise, or orientation-wise. But in order to get to line up, I gotta overlap, and I don't think I want to. Okay, that's pretty good. For me, it's more important that these guys, where the transition's gonna be, line up than this. Although somehow, oh yeah, so as soon as I messed with those guys, it screwed up my the nice head alignment that I had. Again, I should not spend any time doing this. Because it's all going to change someday anyway. All right, so let's ignore that. I want to put this guy near the top of the head, which means he gets rotated 90. Yeah, perfect. And right about there would be good. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, now gotta find a place for the tail and the feet. I think the feet, whoops, can fit. Well, yeah, I might have to separate the bottoms of the feet and the tops of the feet. Anyway, first of all, I think the feet are absolutely upside down. 180. So, will they fit down here? Well, they will if I move everything else up, but see, the issue is, what I want to do is I want to increase the size of everything eventually. So this is not good, but let's move everybody to really get the okay. Okay, first of all, I believe you are upside down. Oops. Yep. 180. And where do I want to put you? I think nestled into here for now. And you are probably already set up right side up. Looks like it. So I will nestle you into here. Yeah. These guys would be, this guy would be better rotated, in fact. So we'll break the rules and stick him in here. And how big can we scale these before I'll wish I had rotated the wings? Alright. So technically we have lots of room, unless I want to mess with wing rotation. Kind of like it though. So let's go ahead and rotate you back 90. Since we have the space anyway. And we'll center you right on a grid line. Can I get both of you at the same time? Nope, because I haven't fixed you yet. So we'll go like that. Merge, whoops, and merge at center. Do the same thing for you, merge at center. And so now I should be able to select you like an island. L, G. Oops, no, it didn't do it. Oh. Merge at center. L, G. Oh. They did merge, but it's not, interesting. Maybe it didn't really select all of them. Okay. Escape. Merge at center. L. Did it do it? No. Okay, I've got both of them selected now. Can I do UV merge by distance? No, see we don't. Let's try it again. UV. I just panic whenever I see bad things happen, so we want to merge. There we go. By like a little bit. No, too much. Can I do 0.001? That's perfect. Okay. All right. So now it's still not. They're still not merged. Like they didn't actually merge them together. So this sucks. Do face selection. So problem I'll deal with another time. Oops, missed one. Just move you over here. You over here, that's fine. Since we have the space, let's give the head a bit more real estate. And I will do so for the feet as well. G. Okay. So we could have more details on the feet if we want. Scale. Well, we don't want to go crazy either. Okay. And whatever I do, I'm going to have to live with it, so. Alright, it's not great, but it'll work. And so now we have UVs. And so now we can save, because you always want to save. We can probably want to save our image. And we can flip back to, oops, that's what I want. Base feathers. And same over here. Base feathers. And now we can see how bad I am at texture painting. And maybe I won't go too far today because I did want to get to animations. Maybe we'll try to paint something real quick and work on some animations. We'll see. Does anybody know if there's a way to get the top to go the other way? Because I would much prefer. Anyway. So let's see what I've got in Photopea. I've got a bunch of feathers of various qualities and stuff. I think I could pull a lot out of this one, which is, and did this one as a matter of fact. So maybe what I will do normally I would try to pack these as close as possible. Just to give myself, you know, I'd come in here with the eraser, a big eraser, like that, yeah, and I would, you know, ugh. Oh no! Oh no! It's locked up. Please don't do that to me, Photopea. Ah. What did you do? Oh. No? I just want to... I want to use the eraser. That's the spot brush healing tool, so that's why it was taking so long. Where is the regular eraser? There it is. No? Is that the... Yeah, that's what I wanted. Ah. Gotta have the right tool selected. Okay, so it's just a big brush. And then I would, you know, cut out the parts that I don't want. And so on. But I think because I've created such a big texture for what are otherwise small images, I might be able to keep the cardinals, enough of the cardinals that that I can just put them all in one big image. And okay, so you're good up there, and you're good up there. You know what, I should just control click because that'll work. Yeah, by the way, if you've got the edge or the layer movement tool, then control click will select whatever layer you want to use. So let's move these guys up here so they're reasonably close to each other. Oh yeah, I put him down here because he nests in nicely, but actually it works here too. Okay. There were some decent looking featherish looking things here. Something here. Yeah, so like I'm never going to be able to fit like all of these in an image without compromise, without, you know, being able to paint the stuff away, basically. So you want to move down, and then you want to move up, and I do think I am going to... I just like to have options when I'm painting. I like to paint with texture. I guess that's not that common. I don't know. But we don't care about his face. We just like the, yeah, there we go. And then, yeah. Okay, so I've got lots of feathers to choose from. I could, or if I spent, you know, 20 minutes, I could organize this a little better so that I had more stuff to paint with. But again, birds are going to be small. Knowing me, I'm going to go back and repaint my bird textures a bajillion times anyway. So let us go ahead and save as the PSD. I just call it feathers. That's fine. Export as PNG. Take your time. We're not in a hurry. It's amazing what JavaScript can do anyway, really. Yeah, I don't want it to be part of my model. All right, now I get to remember how to texture paint. I think I go down here to texture. I say new. Oh, no, that's not what I want. How do I set the... Oh, down here, that's right. New. Image or movie? Correct, image. And we're going to call this feathers. Alright, and open. Reference. Feathers.ping. Ping. Single image. Why are you... Okay, so it's tiled. Don't think I wanted that, but mapping. Repeat. Clip. Yeah, that's fine. Crop. No. That's all good, I think. Yeah, I didn't include alpha. Usually I do, because that's going to be a problem when we get to the edges of the feathers, but I think we'll figure it out. And then there's always a bunch of things I forget. Like where the tool settings are. Here they are. Okay, so we got the texture. And then how do I... There's like texture paint. Oops. Text draw, yes. Image paint tool. Draw, that's fine. Because I don't think... It's not showing me the thing, so I know I'm not really doing texture mode. There's always some thing I forget to do. Advanced. Blend, mix, brushes. Mode, material, we want to paint to base textures. So like if I paint right now, it's going to not do what I want. There is some way to make it enable modes. Texture paint, nope, that's what I want. Okay, what am I not doing? Mode, texture paint. Masking, no. Texture mask, aha. No, we don't actually want to mask, I think. What's the trick? What's the trick? I have actually notes written down somewhere, but I don't know what I did with them. It's always something obvious. Texture, tiled, view plane. Stencil? Yeah, okay. Alright. And then, yeah, okay. And then there's like there's a way to scale it. Is it shift? Yeah, okay. There's a way to rotate it and so on. Control, yep. Okay, so control rotates it. Shift moves it in and out. Right click moves it around. And so what we will do is we will try to line up a decent looking wing. Actually, let's work on the head first. And we should be able to like select a bunch of faces. like if I want to work on the body, without interference, I can come in here and I can say hide. And so painting one side should be good enough, which is why we can do this. Alright, but the other wing we're going to want to hide too. So we'll go like that. We'll say hide, 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 hide. Okay, good enough. He's a funny looking bird now, but we can kind of see if you rotate your head, you can kind of see what it'll look like. Okay, now we can come over here. Actually, I'm back to texture paint mode. Okay, let's find a good... I see it. Oops. I always get confused. Oh, that's all back again. So in here, there's a way to sync these up. Or what is it? It is when I'm in here, I can select everything, and then when I'm over here, those are the only ones that'll paint. Is that true? It's, nope, it's painting everything. Control G. I want to hide the wings. Select face selection masking for painting. Aha! There we go. I knew there was a way to do it. Good old Blender. Okay, so like with Kaylee, I did this too. It's gonna look bad, and so you deal with like certain parts of it, and then you move it a little bit, and what is it, F? Yeah. Oh yeah, so we actually, it some reason it's not painting around the edge. But anyway, you can paint in here. You get your nice little highlights and things. You get an eye. I'll decide later if the eye is really where I want it. But you can kind of see how it starts to look a bit like a bird. And so, because it's being a pain, I will trick it for now. Yeah. It's all a lot of hackery and fudging for me to get something that I like. Anyway, you kind of get the idea. And let's see. Yeah, let's rotate you back. And we'll get this painted in. Kind of like, yes. I'm gonna go paint out that white color later, so don't worry about that. Anyway, it starts to look like what you want it to look like. And I'm just kind of doing a rough cut right now. Oops. Okay, so we come in here, and we should be able to just kind of... Sorry, I'm being kind of quiet. Anyway, it starts to look like a bird, right? So it's a little bit finicky, and you do a lot of like painting and repainting. Let's see, we get something that's reasonably close to the top of the head. And so anyway, it starts to look like a bird, right? And then you iterate 50 bazillion times. Yeah, see. And you use like a mix and so on. Yeah. So like for the top, I think what I'm going to do is take one of these other birds. Do I have one from the... Do I have one from the top? You know, though, I do not have one from the top. But what I can do is steal a little bit of this, give it some coloration. Oops. So a lot of times I hold the mouse down too long, because if I did lots of little short brushes, I could Control Z when it did something I didn't want. Yeah, so we want to... Nope. All right. It starts to look like a carnival or cardinal. All right. So while we're here, let's find some. Oops. So are there feet? Nothing reasonable. I think we'll hand paint the feet. And then there's a way to change what I'm doing. Like, this is what I struggle with. How to go back to... What was it that I selected? Is this what it is? Nope, I'm still painting. What was it that I selected? Like, I wish I need to learn how to go back and forth. Aha. Texture mask. No. That's what it was, though, right? It was here. stencil, go back to view plane. Now should I be back to... No, I'm still painting with the texture. That's not what I want. I want to be able to turn this off and on with a brush selection. So what does this do? Brushes. Brush. Add a brush. Okay. Let's just say color. And for color, we don't want any of this stuff. We want to remove the image. And am I painting white again? Yes. Okay. There we go. So now I should be able to say I want a color. If I want a texture draw, I can texture draw. Yeah. Okay. I'm learning. I'm getting the learning done. Okay. So, well, I really want to get my image back so that I can sample at least a color. So let's go back to, now that I know how to switch back and forth. So there's some feet right here. And so I think if I could just paint in some feet just to get a color. Yeah, I actually had it better before. Okay, so that kind of is the color I want. Now I have something that I can sample. So we want somewhere in here. Where's my little eyedropper? Where's my eyedropper? There we go. Let's do that. Okay. All right. We're cooking with gas now. Okay. And so what we want to do is go back over to edit mode, Alt H, and I think if we just select, so face select, doink, and plus, actually minus. I think we're probably good there. Okay, so let's go back over to texture paint mode. That should be all that we can paint, I think. Yep. Okay, good. Alright, so then we just paint it. For now, just paint the hell out of it. Actually, so we gotta be careful if we do it that way. I think I'm gonna prefer to paint in the lines for now. There's a method to my madness. I want to know where the edges are when I'm done, because I will also go back and make a template of the parts so that I could potentially do some procedural mapping at some point. Alright, well, we're getting there. Alright. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll select a darker version and a much smaller much smaller brush, and we'll kind of, it'll look lame right now, trust me. Yeah, I'm going to be really unhappy with this. But anyway. What I eventually want to go do is probably paint that out with alpha. Anyway, kind of looks like a bird's foot. Certain aspects of this I can neaten up in Photoshop or Photopea, knowing what I want to get out of it, you know. Alright. See, from a distance, that looks alright. Alright, so let's work on back to our texture draw. And good, it remembered reasonably sized stuff. Okay, so actually reset the transform. Haha. That's a trick. That's a trick, kids. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I will rotate this by 180, come up here. Oh no, it was right before reset transform, because this guy's already pulling his wings up. Oh, we want to go back to edit mode and basically select everything. And back to texture paint mode. There we go. Now we can paint whatever we want. And so we will. Let's rotate this around. Control. That's what I want. Alright, so let's what do I want to do? I think I want to start right here and very carefully paint in right there. All right. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to paint over all this anyway, but sometimes having it in there in the back helps. as we come here, gotta watch out where that bird is. So paint over this again, kind of leave some of that background from there before. So what does it look like? Actually, we can go like this so we can see. Yeah, so see, we've got a lot of blending to do. But anyway, that's a kind of a problem for another time. I want to get to the point where I've got this feather mostly filled out. In fact, why is it not filling in the rest? Oh, crap. No, why? It's because the way the edges are set up. And then we kind of roll this around so that it kind of lines up. And we can continue. Yeah, it's because those edges fold back. Whoops. Crap. So I'm going to move this down, move this around. Oops. Yeah, I should really just kind of rough this in for now. Oops. Shift and move this guy. Right click and move this guy. It's too many things to keep track of, really. So see, it kind of starts to look like a bird. And then it's important to remember that a lot of this is going to be folded up and so on. Okay, so if we come in here about like this, just a little bit of blending. We're gonna probably blend all that out anyway. I've probably painted enough that we could work on animation if we wanted to. Okay, so yeah, for some reason, oh yeah, that I probably should have mirrored the UVs on that, and I probably will go back and do that. Real quick, let's go front view and reset transform and to roll him all the way around like this. Move you over here and make you bigger, make you bigger. There we go. Make you bigger. So there's no science to this. It's just the way I do it. Alright, so at least the wings have a leading edge now. I've got to work on the trailing edge. Let's do tail feathers real quick. I think I had some decent tail feathers to work from. Yeah. Although I could also reuse the... Anyway, so let's rotate this 180 and pull these guys up here. Ah, son of a bitch. Too many keys to remember sometimes. Alright. That's lame. That's okay. What I should do is come in here and do like the center part first. And then come back and do this part. Alright. Alright, I mean, it looks like a bird, right? It's enough to, if we wanted to animate and so on. What I am going to do is real quickly go over to UV editing, take this guy. Oh, okay, so that's not what I want to do. Face, yep, boink, 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 boink. Split selection. G. Alright. Which side are you? Well, you're the black side, so you're actually the one that needs to be flipped. So scale X -1. G. Here we go. That works. Yeah, so he's just got a yeah, so we could start. You know, it's already like after 11. So I guess we'll get to. I'll probably work on. I don't know if you guys are really excited to watch me finish painting this guy, but maybe this week I'll finish painting him and we'll just animate him next week. Unless there's strong things to watch me keep painting him. You kind of see the technique and it gets really tedious. And I probably will go back and I will make feather textures and things. Yeah, so if between now and Friday you guys really want to see me finish painting this, otherwise I'll finish painting it during the week. And I think his eyes need to be higher. So I'll mess around with different views and I'll paint the eyes in, and hopefully we'll have something reasonably painted next time and we can animate. Otherwise, I think that's where I'm going to end it tonight. I just looked at the time and it's already after 11, so you know. Thanks for the 2 of you who've hung out this long. I hope you had fun playing your game and listening to me drone on quietly. Let's go ahead and say thanks. Yeah, the UV mapping just took me a lot longer than I wanted. I really need to find a tutorial to see if there's some If anybody knows if a tutorial shows me how to mirror map like I did, it just seems like there should be a way. Such a common thing to want to do, to have like a mirrored UVs. And so I need to look around and see if I can find a tutorial. And then I may start, if I find a tutorial that lets me UV map them mirrored like that, I may redo the UV mapping. Anyway, thanks for watching this long, guys, and like, comment, subscribe, and so on. Leave a comment on the video if you want to see me paint the rest of it, or if you just prefer to get to the animation. Otherwise, I will see you next week. Thanks again. I hope whatever you're working on, that you're very productive. Tell me about it next week. Thanks. See you next time.